Hello, dear students. Today we will speak about the type of the strategy. So today we will speak about the most important 5 types of the strategies. But before speaking about the types of the strategies, I'd like to remind you the results of our previous workshop. So we proved that that a successful strategy must be based at sustainable competitive advantage. So it means that we must be better than our competitors somehow, and it must be not only now but also in future. So you have to check competitive advantage for your company, and generally selecting a type or the strategy is a synonym to choosing the competitive advantage, the sustainable competitive advantage for your company. There are a lot of types of competitive advantage. We can provide some better characteristics. We can provide some service. We can provide delivery. We can sell our products cheaper than our competitors. We can support some additional services. But generally, and I do hope that you remember it from our previous workshop, that there are only 2 basic types of competitive advantage. The first is to provide a product at a lower price compared with your competitors, and the second to provide the product with better characteristics which satisfy the customer in the better way. So generally the manager anyway has to choose between these 2 basic type of competitive advantage. So there are 2 main types of the strategies: be better in quality or be better in price. I'd like to briefly remind you the results of our previous workshop also, that regarding the strategy of differentiation, better quality must be attained within 3 main categories: within main functions, within additional functions, and within some supportive functions, something which can be useful, but these characteristics don't have dependent, they are not dependent within main functions of the product. It is the first type of a competitive advantage, and the second type of a competitive advantage is to have better price of the product. So if using general words, so to provide cheaper product. But from the title of our today's lecture, I hope you remember that the title is not to basic strategies, but 5 basic strategies. So, first of all, we have to create a matrix of strategies, as the first exit will be type of competitive advantage, better price or better quality. But regarding the second dimension, we will divide all strategies into 2 types of strategies. Whether you want to satisfy all customers of the market, or as it is shown at the bottom part of the picture, you want to select only one part of the market, only one segment of the market, and you want to satisfy the needs only of these customers. And with the help of these 2 dimensions, we can find 4 basic strategies. Low-cost strategies for all market, low-cost strategies for strategy for some part of the market, for some market segment, differentiation strategy for all markets, focus differentiation strategy, it is differentiation strategy for some part of the market, and you can see that there is the 5th strategy, best cost provider strategy. We will speak about it a little bit later, but as it is shown on the picture, this strategy is in the middle between low cost strategy and differentiation strategy. And here is the short definition of every strategy. We will speak about every strategy in details, but generally you have to keep in mind that you can satisfy all needs of lower segment of the market with the help of low-cost leadership strategy. Also, you can provide some characteristics, some better characteristics for customers, and you can use this type of strategies both for all market or for some part, some small part of the market. And regarding the best cost provider strategy, it means that we are providing the best quality, but not for all the market, but for this price. So the best quality for this very level of price. It means the best cost provider strategy. Let's begin with low cost provider strategies. It means that we are trying to sell the product with the best price, with the cheapest price, where it is possible. It is clear that it is possible at the market where are many buyers who are price sensitive, who are thinking only about the price. Maybe not only, but mostly, I would say, mostly about the price, where it is possible. Forgot to tell you that when you are speaking about this strategy, there are 2 ways to attain sustainable cost advantage. The first way is to do the same activities better than your rivals. It is the first part, the first way, and the second way is just bypassing some expensive business process. For example, if speaking about cognac, This smell must be produced when the liquid is stored in the oak barrels. But some companies want to bypass this cost of keeping this liquid in the oak barrels, and they are just adding flavor to these spirit, and that's all. So they are bypassing this expensive part of producing of this spirit as spiritus liquid. Where we can use this strategy, you will see that there are several points, several characteristics of the market where this strategy should be used. But please pay attention to the fact that all these facts are interrelated and interconnected. The first, there is price competition is especially tough. What does it mean? It means that there is no other characteristic except price. So where it is possible, it is possible. Then please look at the second point. Then all products are identical at the market, and where it is possible. It is possible if there are only few ways or even no way to achieve product differentiation. It means that the product is similar, and generally not only similar, but it's not. It's rather difficult to find the way to add some characteristics. Where it is possible, it is possible at the market where all buyers use the product in the same ways, and buyer costs for switching from one brand to another brand is rather low. So if you see such market, you have to use a low-cost provider strategy. The next type of the strategy is a differentiation strategy. It means that we want to provide the best product at the market, or I would say maybe not the best, but the better than competitors, than some competitors. So in this case, we have not only to inform our customers that our product is the cheapest, but we also have to inform them about some additional characteristics. This strategy lets management of the company to set the premium price, then increase sales, and also increase buyer loyalty, because our customers they think that they are using the product with the better quality. That's why they are satisfied in the better way. This strategy, help the firm to avoid all forces of competition within 5 models by Michael Porter. It directs entry buyer, because nobody wants to switch to other products. It is decreasing the buyer's power, because they they will want to buy our products. Also, buyers, clients will not want to switch to our substitutes. When this strategy is good, generally you can answer to this question in two ways. The first is to analyze all these parts. This strategy could be used when there are a lot of ways to add some characteristics or to differentiate the product. Then if we have clients with different needs, and all these needs could be satisfied only with the help of the product with some additional characteristics, where only a few firms are following the similar differentiation approach, and when we have very fast speed of changing in the industry, that's why people will look for the product with new characteristics. It's the most obvious example of this part is, I think, the market of mobile telephones. It is, I would say, the more complicated answer to this question, but the other answer to this question is that we have to use differentiation strategy if it's not possible to use low-cost strategy. And you have to understand that in this type of strategy we have to inform our customers about our advantage, and in some cases we have to tell our customers that this characteristic is really important. We have to persuade them. So in any case, the advertising campaign for the differentiation strategy will have a bigger cost compared with this advertising company of low-cost strategy. This strategy can have some problems. There are a lot of, but the most, I would say, important problems are the following. The first is over-differentiating. It means that we want to have a lot of different types of products. And in this very case, the price will be too high because it is very expensive to produce a lot of different type of the same product. It is cheaper to produce the same product for a company. The second problem, potential problem, is that we want to set too high price. And the third problem is that we want to add some characteristics which is not important for our customers. And as an example to this to this point, I'd like to briefly discuss this funny situation, as for me, funny situation. I don't know whether you remember, but 6 or 7 years in Kharkov metro, it was a piece of advertising that it was some kettle pot, and the most important characteristics of this kettle was that it is light inside of this kettle. And you know that as for me, these characteristics maybe, okay, I wouldn't say that nobody will pay attention to this characteristic, but I think that there are a lot of characteristics which are more important than this one. You have to, for example, as for me, the good kettle should provide the boiling water without any smell, any smell of plastic. It is very important when it takes not much time to produce boiling water. For me also, it's rather important that when having boiled the water, this kettle pot produce some ring like zing zing. I'm ready. So when you are in another room, for example, in this very case, you have the information that you can go to the kitchen and prepare tea for yourself. And only after all these characteristics, it could be mentioned, maybe it is important for somebody, maybe. But generally, this characteristic, it shouldn't be like it was. It was that it was a picture of teapot, as far as I remember. The brand name was Binaton, but frankly speaking, I don't remember exactly. But it was the main idea of this advertising campaign. The basic message. I think it's not correct. Best cost provider strategy. It means that we are providing the best quality for this level of price. The classical example for this strategy is IKEA company, a Swedish furniture company. So they are providing not the best furniture, but not the cheapest furniture, but they are producing the best quality for this level of price. Sometimes, now we are switching into second dimension. Sometimes firm management of a firm want to satisfy not all customers within some market, but some part of the market. And this segment could be defined by geographic area, by some requirements, some special requirements, or by some special product attributes. How we can choose this strategy? How we can choose not this strategy, but the segment, this part of the market. First of all, we can select the part of the market if it is possible to provide better price for the part of the market, or we can satisfy the needs within this part of the market in the better way compared with our customers. When you are selecting a niche, you should check whether this part is big enough to be profitable, because yes, you can find some part of the market, but if it's not big enough for your company to have big profit, it's not it's rather obvious that you shouldn't enter this market, or it must have good growth potential. It is better situation for you if this niche is not crucial for big competitors within your market, and certainly you must have some resources to serve the needs within the niche. When you should choose this very strategy. When it is rather difficult or costly for your competitors to satisfy the needs within the niche. The second, if nobody tries to pay attention to this very part of the market. Certainly, I think the third is the most important. If your firm is not a big firm, so in this very case, you have to pay attention only to some part of the market. And the fourth, certainly, if there is general possibility to select some part of the market. It's not the usual situation. Sometimes it is possible to select some part of the market segment. This strategy also has some disadvantages. I would say not maybe disadvantages, but potential problems. First is your competitors also want to switch into the market segment. Then maybe your potential clients within this market niche want to buy not your products, but the products which are being produced for all the market. And also if this part of the market will become too attractive, and a lot of big companies want to enter this market. And your last task within our project is to select one from these 5 basic types of the strategy. You have to define, you have to select, and you have to describe why you decided to choose this very type of the strategy, 1 from 5. Thank you for watching. See you.